So Castlevania Nocture is the follow-up to the 2017 Castlevania, which ran for 4 seasons for 2017 to 2021. Castlevania Nocture just dropped its first season on September the 28th, and I heard it was just renewed for a second season. Yay! So let's get into my thoughts. So welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are a brand new viewer. My name is Diamond, aka Lady Leo. I'm a lover of all things nail polish, makeup, movies, TV, all sorts of things. My hope is that you come to my channel, find something that you like, and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. Castlevania Nocture is the latest video game adaptation from Netflix anime, which has to be one of my favorites. It is based off of 2 video games, if I'm not mistaken, in the research that I did. It's based off of Symphony of Night and Rondo of Blood, both by Konami. So I've never actually played the video games. I think one of them was like on a Nintendo, and then I think the last one was on like PlayStation. Either way, I'd never really heard of them being video games until I watched the first Castlevania, which is awesome. So of course, like when I heard they were going to do Nocture, I was super excited to see Nocture. I guess when they first announced it, I thought it was like sort of like a continuation, and that like Richter was actually Sypha and Trevor's son. He is not. He is definitely like of that lineage, but this is several hundred years in the future, which is really interesting and kind of tricky, because I feel like anytime you have a show like this, which is based in the same universe, but it's taking place significantly removed from the original cast of characters, you never know how it's going to go. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have any of the original characters returning because they're dead. You know, this story is like 300-400 years in the future, so you never really know how that's going to go. But the show has so many things that it excels at: the character work, the voice acting, the action. I mean, this show is just awesome. So I know that it's been greenlight for a second season, so I am just hoping that we can get more than 8 episodes. That is all I want. So as I mentioned, the show does take place hundreds of years in the future. So we pick up with our protagonist, Richter Belmont, the latest of the Belmonts. I have to say, I love the union between Sypha and Trevor, and that like all of their lineage now, they're just all like magicians and, you know, Belmonts, which is just awesome. So that's great. But, you know, we pick up with Trevor fresh off some tragedy, because no great hero or villain can rise without tragedy. Am I right? So anyway, though, that puts him in France, which is basically where the story stays the entire time. And I think the thing that's really awesome about this one is that it's so tied to real life events, because it takes place during the French Revolution. The show also gets into slavery as well, which would have been going on at the same time. Those are pretty heavy topics to tackle as an animated, I don't want to say cartoon, because this is an anime. It's just not a anime from Japan, but it's in the style of anime, you know what I mean? But those are very heavy topics to kind of like broach in this type of medium, and I think they do a really good job with it, especially like slavery, because we follow one person in particular. You follow Annette, who's like one of my favorite characters. Is Annette my favorite character? I mean, she's in the running of my favorite character. I do quite like Edward too, but anyway. So you have Annette, who is a former slave and a badass biatch. You know, she's a magic user herself, but she has the ability to summon magic from a god, from their god Ogun, and it allows her, if as far as I understand it, to control, manipulate, and create iron, which is amazing. So Annette is one of my favorite characters. I also love like the fact that this show has very much an ensemble cast like the original show did, and it gives everybody a chance to shine. It gives them a chance to go into their backstory, which is a tall order for something that's only 8 episodes, and it's an anime, so like those episodes are like 25 minutes each, but it does such a great job of getting you invested in the characters and like who they are as a group as well, while also setting up their main villain, which she's terrifying. I mean, vampires themselves are terrifying, but like this one is different because she's a god vampire. Yes, it exists. Watch the show, you'll find out. She's terrifying, and the thing that I love is like when a show can end on a I don't even know if it's a cliffhanger so much as it is like okay, we've set up this story in the first season and we're definitely going to follow it through to the second season. So I'm super, super excited to see where we go in the second season. And there's an appearance from a familiar face. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen Nocture yet, but there is an appearance in there from someone from the original Castlevania as well. Those are my general thoughts on Castlevania Nocture. I had a great time with the show. It's a very easy binge. It's something you could literally do, you know, on a weekend, like a Friday night, because it's just 25-minute episodes. So you could definitely watch it like all Friday night or over the weekend or whatever you like to do when you binge things. It gives me all the feels from the original Castlevania that I liked, you know, really compelling characters, really well done action scenes, and just really captivating, like really interested in like the overall story and wanting to see where that goes. So I am super excited to see what happens in season 2, especially considering the special guest who came in and swooped in at the last minute. So we'll see what happens with that in the second season. So let me know in the comments below you guys' thoughts. Did you like the show? Are you excited for the second season? Have you seen Castlevania? If you haven't, you should check it out. You know, they have the whole first season as well as the second season. Well, sorry, this is technically a different show. So Castlevania ran for 4 seasons from 2017 to 2021. Again, it's still a very easy binge because the seasons are all different lengths. I think the first season is like 4 episodes, and then maybe the ones in the middle are like, I don't know, 10, 12, and the last one's like 8 or 10, something like that. So also very, very easy binge. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys liked the show, what you think of it, and that's gonna be my time. Okay, catch you later. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.